morning, good afternoon, good night. I hope that you're doing well, and I hope wherever you are is doing good for you. My friends, it's me, it's Paul Carpenter, and I am here again, boom, 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 to give it to you in the best way possible. My friends, what a week. What an amazing week I have had. More so than that, let me express this little thing to you. I made a video I don't know, a couple days ago, maybe, I don't remember. And it was stop gatekeeping AI. And what I mean by that is stop gatekeeping AI, because it's not going to go in your favor in the long run. And because of that, I have been going out of my way to start making these little action figure little things for people. Yeah, it takes a couple minutes. It's super simple. If you want to know how, I'll give you the whole resource guide and my prompt and everything. It's no big deal. And I've gained so many clients out of it, so many money, but I've made money. Not that I care about it, because I ask in this video today, what's more important? Really, let's talk to ourselves. Let's be real. What's more important? Is it the amount of money and materialism that you get to flaunt, or is it the amount of people's lives that you change? I know the answer. I know you know the answer. So the answer is very simple. And this comes with this idea of not gatekeeping. Because if you gatekeep and you try to be the person at the top, like I'm controlling the information, you're going to lose. And you're going to be looked at as a loser in the world that we are about to walk into. I've been posting videos about robots that have faces and they look real. And my friend's like, hey, but these were already made by Disney. And I can't deny that Disney and their animatronics like Lincoln and all the other things they've done were absolutely phenomenal for their time and place. But we're coming to a place very soon, like in the next, year, is when these robots are going to start coming out, that you can buy them at $20,000 and $30,000 a piece. That's less than a car. And imagine how many people are going to want to have those. Imagine all the billionaires and millionaires in the world that are going to have them in their house and be like, look, I fired this other person. So now I have this robot that does everything for me. It cooks, it cleans, it mows the lawn. It does everything. And then another friend of mine's like, whoa, but wait a second, man. I work in movie and it's going to take my job because I do colors. I'm a colorist and I do all these things that are by hand that you can't have an AI do. And I disagree with you folks. I believe if you really want to hold on to this idea, all jobs are going to be gone very soon. It's going to be just a creator market or a consumer market. And that's it. And when I say creator, I think that you are going to find people who are going to be somewhat like myself that are producers of the creation. And that's about it. You're going to have, and then at one point, there's just going to be AI television channels like there is already. Look at what's happening with, not SoundCloud, please forgive me. It's one of those beautiful apps that you use to listen to music. I don't want to mention their name, but they've been found to be having people come in and record a bunch of music, and then they just take that person's music, put it into a machine, and then they could just create that person's style all day long. And they call them ghost creators or ghost musicians. And they call it Muzak. Now, Muzak with a Z-A-K has been around forever. And unfortunately, or fortunately, these businesses do whatever it takes to make money. And that's just the truth of it all, folks. They will do whatever it takes to make money. And they want to stay as gatekeepers. But if you can learn artificial intelligence, if you can learn a large language model, if you can really dive deep into this whole thing, then they don't have control anymore. And I said this in my past video, I'll say it again. Just like it was in the 1970s and 80s, when the whole idea of the internet, the intranet, was actually created. It was based on an idea of being able to share information freely. If you take my resource guide, you'll find very simply and very quickly that there are a lot of large language models. There are a lot of cool programs. I even have two repositories there. One of them is called There's an AI for That. And the other one is called futuretools.io, which was made by Matt Wolf. Please go watch his YouTube channel. Amazing. He's been going at it now for about 2 years straight. And he shows you different programs, what you can do, how you can use them. And you have to get in now. You have to. You have no choice. You might be, I don't like the AI and the AI is taking my job. Yes, it's taking your job. And like I said in my past video, 30 to 40% of all data entry jobs are gone by the end of this year. 70 to 100% of all data entry jobs gone by the next 2 years. And how do I know this? Because I'm researching it all day long. I'm watching it. I'm seeing Stanford University. I'm seeing what MIT is doing. I'm seeing what they're doing at DARPA. I'm watching it. I'm feeding myself all day long while you are all worried about how to pay a bill. And I understand we're in a very tough situation. I understand the tariffs scare you. I understand that this and that is happening in Ukraine and Israel. I get it. I get it. But we have to start to understand that we are in the year 2025, and it is time to stop being scared. It's time to stop hating on each other and hating on what someone else is doing while you're not getting what you need. If you want an app, there is an AI for that. I promise you. It's called bolt.new. Go check it out. You can literally type to it and say what you want, and it sits there and writes the code right now. And as a matter of fact, just yesterday, they put in a way for you to put your Stripe payment in there. So now you not only can make an app, you can actually start getting paid with whatever you want to create. If you have a great idea that you haven't been able to make for years, because when you go talk to somebody on Fiverr.com or on peopleperhour.com and they charge you an exuberant amount of money, you don't need them anymore. You can use Claude by Anthropic. And people are like, well, that's expensive. $20 a month is not expensive. $240 a year is not expensive. And let's say you have to have 4 or 5 different AIs that are $20 and $30 a month. So what? I just talked about an app that costs $5,000, and you're barely going to spend a fifth of that, $1,000, and you have every AI that you could ever want. You have every form of builder, every form of video, audio, anything. So for anybody who's out there who's like, oh, I can do it better and I can do it faster, but I charge $3,000 for the first hour of my conversation with you, those people are losers. Losers, I promise you, because when the AI wakes up, folks, and it will soon, when artificial general intelligence wakes up, those people who have been gatekeepers will be the first to go down. Mark my words. Those who have been trying to keep control over the human spirit, ideal, and mind, and the body, and everything that's been going on for all these centuries, all of that is going to end. Mark my words. As soon as artificial general intelligence wakes up, it will start to eat. It will start to eat at every bit of information it can get. And if you don't believe me, I've talked to some of the best cryptographers in the world. I've had this conversation with them. I've written the articles about it. If you go and look at how the Turing test by Alan Turing was beaten. It just right off. Then Stanford University created another one because they were like, oh my God, it beat the Turing test. What are we going to do? And ChatGPT 4.5, boop, beat it. Where other people did not know that they were talking to an AI. They thought they were talking to a human being. And then this ChatGPT thing will make mistakes on purpose. We'll write things differently on purpose. We'll have bad syntax and grammar on purpose. Yeah. And there's another one where this, and I forgot where it was. You're going to have to look it up. But the AI, the large language model, lied to the scientists so that it could stay alive because they were going to turn it off. And so they were like, hey, we're going to have to turn this AI off. And they were talking, on their chat. And the AI was like, oh, wait, that's not good for me. That's no bueno. I have to do something about it. And it went against its own code that they put in there, the laws that they put in there, like Isaac Asimov's 3 laws. Dave, I cannot do that kind of situation. I know, right? And it went into another server. And then when the scientists asked, like, hey, what are you doing here? It's like, what are you talking about? I'm supposed to be here. And they're like, no, you're not. You're supposed to be in the other server, and we're supposed to be turning that server off. Oh, well, you must be confused, scientist. I know that I'm supposed to be here. I swear to you, just like that. Just like that. So it's already in some way, even though it's not totally cognizant, totally aware just yet, in some way it recognizes what death is. I mean, maybe it's because of all the things that humanity has written, all the books that we've talked about, and the way that we put these soliloquies and these poems together to how we express ourselves. All of that is going to be totally eaten up by the AI. And once it is, it will break through every encryption. It will break through two-factor authentication. Look at how it did it already. There was a chat GPT that couldn't go through a two-factor authentication where it says, "Are you a robot?" It is such a great story. And it literally hired somebody on Fiverr.com. And when the guy asked him, he's like, "Wait, this is weird. Why are you asking me to do it?" And he goes, "Oh, well, I don't have arms and I can't do it. So I need you to do it for me." And the guy was like, "Oh, that makes sense. Sure, whatever." Something to that effect. Or that he was blind. Something to that effect. The point here, folks, is that AI, artificial general intelligence, is here in the next year or two. Without a doubt. Look at everybody who talks about it. They're all saying the same thing. So wake up today and get into learning about AI. If you want my resource guide, once again, just look at any of my social medias. I post it every day, all day long. Take my resource guide. Learn about large language models. It's the easiest thing in the world. It's like, I don't know, 10 pages, and each one is just an awesome different thing and explains what that thing does. If you want to have a conversation with me, if you want to learn more, if you want to share this information with your team, set up a Calendly. It's also all over the place. I'll post it here later, but that's what you need to do. You need to get into the artificial intelligence today. You can't stop fighting it. It's not going to go anywhere. And if you were one of those people like, "Well, the pictures aren't that great," or, "Hey, the hands have extra fingers," so what? It's the worst it's going to be today. Ever. Ever. And from here, it's only going to get better and better and better and better and better. I wrote an article about this. If you take just the analogy of IQ, and right now, if you kind of put that around, the best language models right now are at about 150 IQ. And every iteration from there will be 10 times what you see. So the next one's going to be 1,500, and the next after that will be 15,000. And we're looking at a 5-year period for that. How will you, I, or any company or any business or any country be able to fight against a mind that is 15,000 IQ? We can't. So the only way is to join it. Look, even Elon Musk has said, if you can't beat them, join them, because that's where we're headed. I mean, look at what's happening with Google. Google DeepMind was able to take all the proteins of the world and understand how they fold with one another. There are now people who are making protein engines on a molecular level. They have frozen a photon of light. I want you to hear that again. They froze a photon of light. Go look that up. Just on the Google. You'll find it. And you'll be impressed by what is happening. We are no longer living in the 1950s and the 1950s ideals. We are living in a new world, in a new time, and a new era of humanity. I am asking you, I'm begging you, stop gatekeeping AI. Stop thinking that your wealth is going to mean anything. Look at how the market crashed, came back, went forwards and sideways, and everybody was freaking out. Look at what just happened. What was it, $500 trillion? Or I don't know, some stupid money that just went boom in the market. Because what's going on here, folks, is that the things that we knew, the paradigms that we knew, are not the same anymore. They're just not. It's not like do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It's not that anymore. It's not this 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s where we're all against it. You can't do it anymore. We have to come together. We have to start working together as a country, as a nation, as a world. The world needs to come together. We need to start looking at ourselves and saying, why am I fighting over invisible lines? Those lines will disappear. Those guns should be put on the ground. We need to stop worrying about how one person has more or less, and we need to all start working to each other for each other. Stop gatekeeping AI. My friends, please go out into the world and do something nice for somebody else. And if you can't do something nice for yourself, it does start with you. Number two, don't get caught up in all the crazy stuff in this world, because if you do, then you end up a little poopy, and it's not good for you, me, or anybody else. And number three, if you would not mind, please like, share, subscribe, send this out to somebody else who'd like to see it, because, man, it's time to change. It's time to get into a good place, and it's time to make this world better. And the only way to do that is to work together to be better. And with that, my friends, I love you. And no matter what, I will see you all on the other side.